All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here in the second game for the X Factor against G3 as the coaches have a meeting at the plate. And looks like Sean Murphy is going to be the catcher in this game, and he is going to be designated captain for the X Factor, who comes out with Coach Doyle as they talk. And I'll try to turn it up so you can hear him talking. So we're back, and we're ready to start getting underway for the X Factor. Pitching tonight will be Javi Mares. Sean Murphy will finish the battery at catcher. Miles Simpson at first. Parker Jones at second base. Aiden Gray at shortstop. Remington Duck will be third base. J.B. Acosta will take the place of Sean in right field. Bug Burrell will play center. And Landon Hawkinson will play left field. So Ryson is coming up to the plate, and this game is nearly underway. Swing and a miss for the first strike. 0-1 to count. Ball outside. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Hey, keep your head down, buddy. Keep your head down. You got this.
Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. 40. Ball in the dirt. 2-0. Sean looks for the call. Swing and a miss on the bender. 2-1. Called strike. 2-2. We'll even up the count. Ball in the dirt and back to the fence. We'll make the count full, 3-2. Ball in play.
Good shot.
No, foul ball just barely off the third base line as Remington was right there trying to get to it, but it was out of reach, out of play. So that'll keep the count 3-2 to Logan.
Way to fight, Logan.
Foul ball will give him another chance, an opportunity here. So this has become a pretty good battle. Oh, and a ball 4. That was a pitch that was slightly high. We'll put a runner on base. So we may get an opportunity to see Sean in action at catcher, see if he can throw this runner out at first as he looks hot-footed over there. Runner goes, foul ball. We'll bring him back, but he was on the way. They are definitely going to test his arm.
Ready now, Mason.
And a nice pickoff move, barely gets him back. Another pickoff move. Hobby's definitely got him in his target. Ball out of play, foul ball. Make the count 0-2. Oh, and caught him slipping over there and nearly got him out on the pickoff move. There's the pitch, another foul ball. Still 0-2. Pickoff move attempted again on number 22 at first base. And called third strike to get him out. So that'll be 2 outs in the top of the first here, bringing up number 11, Cody, for G3. Runner on first. 2 outs, no runs. Ball is struckly hit out to center field, and that will be a base hit to advance the runner to second. On the line drive. That'll bring up number 10, Wyatt, for G3 as the X Factor reset in the defense. Hobby toes in, makes the first pitch. Foul ball for the first strike. So still low on the pitch count, 16 pitches so far with 2 outs. So he can get out of this inning pretty successfully here with a soft grounder. Swing and a miss, and now we've got a chance striking this batter out with the 0-2 count. ball is popped up to shortstop, and Aiden is right there to retrieve it, and that retires the side. So no runs on one hit for the G3. That will bring up the X Factor in the bottom of the first. You're listening to the X Factor Elite Network, brought to you by Sideline HD.
It takes about a week for contacts to be delivered, but it only takes a few minutes to get LASIK. At LASIK Plus, the procedure takes minutes, and most patients are back to normal activities the very next day. So now what are you waiting for? LASIK Plus is offering 20% off LASIK in May. That can be over $900 off when treating both eyes, plus financing. So visit lpoffer.com today. Must mention this promotion and be treated in May of 2022 to qualify. 20% off standard price of procedure. Cannot be combined with any other offers. Go to lpoffer.com for details.
We know you can't get enough of your favorite flavors. Luckily, Kroger Free Pickup makes it easy to grab what you need without any surprise fees. Whether it's extra buns for the barbecue or those chips you just can't quit, start your cart with the Kroger app. Kroger, fresh for everyone. $35 order minimum. Restrictions may apply. Subject to availability.
Get more ways to save at the Buy 5 or More Save $1 each sale. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You order food for work, you understand. It's different. There's just so much more at stake. Whether it's lunch for a sales meeting, a company all hands, or daily employee meals, it needs to be there when it needs to be there. That's why there's ezCater. Food that's on time and is ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. And if there's a problem, rare.
Thanks for calling ezCater.
You can reach someone in seconds. Some food just doesn't work at work, but ezCater just does. Order 24/7 at ezcater.com.
You could unlock more cash than you realize from your home's equity with a cash-out refinance today. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. And with Rocket Mortgage, you could unlock thousands in less than 3 weeks. But you've got to act right now before rates go up. So when you're looking to unlock the cash in your home, Rocket can. Call 8338-ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started.
Rates current as of 12/12/21. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLS Consumer Access.org. Number 3030. Call 800-490-1233 for disclosures and cost information.
So we're back here in the bottom of the first. Number 22, Logan, will be pitching for the G3. And that will bring up Parker Jones as the leadoff hitter for the X Factor. So in the top of the first, no runs on one hit for the G3. Javi had a pretty good pitching outing in that first half. Hopefully he'll be able to continue that. Now Parker digs in for the first pitch. Ball outside, 1-0. And a foul ball will even up the count 1-1. Ball low, 2-1 to Parker Jones. Parker had a nice hit in the last game, hit the fence, and really kept him to a single that should have been a double in a bigger park. And that ball is hard grounded to the second baseman for the first out. So that'll bring up Aiden Gray to the plate, who had a chance of extending the lead in the last inning but didn't quite get it done. Or excuse me, the last game. And the first pitch nearly hits him, ball one. On deck, Lyndon Hawkinson, who's still been hitting the ball great. Called strike. We'll even up the count 1-1. That ball is hit out into left center, but too high, too much air in it, and it will be caught for the second out. So that'll bring up Landon Hawkinson, who is still very, very hot, with no runners on to bring him in. But he does have power. Ball on the ground, 1-0. Nice line drive in the left center, and it is going to get to the fence, and he is going to try to stretch it for second, and he's there for the double for the X Factor, so that puts him in scoring position to bring Miles Simpson up. So the X Factor's threatening here as Miles Simpson comes up to the plate, who has power for sure, had a home run in the last game, and he will take the first ball low. Ball inside, 2-0. He turned and looked at the dugout saying, oh no, it didn't hit me. Now he resets. Logan gets ready for the pitch. Hard ground or foul. 2-1 to count. Miles definitely has power. And that is a line drive out in the right center, and that will score Landon and advance Miles to second. So they will switch places, and one run will score for the X Factor. And that will bring up the pitcher, Javi Mares, to the plate with Miles at second. See if they can keep this going on a two-out rally. Ball ground in the ground, and will it advance Miles over to third base? On deck is the catcher, Sean Murphy, who's itching to get up there to hit this inning. Little chopper foul to the right. We'll make the count, 1-1. Swing and a miss. Make the count 1-2. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. A run has scored so far, and Miles is only 70 feet away from scoring the second with a nice base hit from Javi Mares. Or pass ball. Javi fouls it off again to get one more opportunity to put the ball in play. Ball in the dirt, but does not get past the catcher, so that will hold Miles up and even the count 2-2. Ball is in play, and it is straight to the shortstop, who gets the third out. But one run scores for the X Factor and gives them the lead 1-0 moving into the top of the second. You're listening to the X Factor Elite Network, brought to you by Sideline HD.
Waiting for your favorite limited time flavor to come back? That deserves a Dr. Pepper Dark Berry. Yep, the legendary Dark Berry has returned, along with the new Dark Berry Zero Sugar to celebrate Jurassic World Dominion. Rated PG-13 in theaters June 10th. Generations before us have indulged in this delicious dark twist on our classic 23 flavors, and now it's your turn. Here for a one-of-a-kind time, but not a long time, you can hunt down the Dark Berry and Dark Berry Zero Sugar you deserve at your local Fiesta today.
Heard my little sis is buying a car. You'll need my secret guide.
Gross, no way. I already used Capital One Auto Navigator.
I bet your credit score
Wasn't impacted at all, so ha. I got my real rate and monthly payment, had an amazing test drive at the dealership, and made the purchase.
taking the easy way out. That's so you.
Still not getting it. That's so you. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/autonavigator.
Get your summer style ready during the annual Venus Memorial Day sale. Right now, shop the hottest styles of the season and save an additional 20% on all sundresses. Visit Venus.com and use the promo code SUNDRESS to save at Venus.com.
The excitement is building in the city of soccer. Tickets are now on sale for all Houston Dynamo FC home matches at PNC Stadium. Don't miss the Dynamo's newest superstar, Sebastian Ferreira, as he leads the new-look Dynamo in some of the biggest matches of the year. It all gets underway February 27th with opening day presented by PNC Bank. For tickets, full schedule, or to learn how you can save by becoming a Dynamo FC member, visit HoustonDynamoFC.com/tickets.
All right, so we're back here in the top of the second, and Adrian Herrera has gotten his one inning break. Now he is back as catcher, and that moves Sean back out into right field. Javi throws the first pitch, and it is low, ball one to number 99, Rhett. Called strike, 1-1. Evens the count. Ball low and outside, 2-1 to count. Javi felt like he didn't really throw that where he wanted to. Had a little frustration on his face there. But he definitely threw it where he wanted to there, but it's right to Remington Duck, who throws it a little wide, but Miles is able to catch it and tag out the runner at first before he reaches. So one out in the top of the second here, and that brings up Joaquin, number 24 for the G3. As Javi pitches from the stretch. Or from the windup, excuse me. Swing and a miss, strike one. Ball low, even up to count 1-1. Javi has really come on as a pitcher this year. Had some really great outings so far and won a couple of awards in one of the tournaments he played in. Ball high, 2-1. And he's got a pretty fantastic defense behind him, so his confidence is boosted. Ball straight to Remington Duck. And again, overthrown the first base, but the tag is not there this time, and that will give the runner an opportunity at first base. After a fantastic grounder, unfortunately, the throw was not as good. Javi checks the runner at first on the attempted pickup as he'll pitch from the stretch to number 27, Trevor. Number 24 definitely looks fast. And taking pretty aggressive leads over there at first. That ball is absolutely crushed, but it's off the fence. And that probably helped the X Factor from seeing the runner at first moved to third as it went out into left field right over Landon's head, but bounced right back to him to get the ball back in. So now runners at first and second will bring up number 34, Bailey, with 1 out. And unfortunately, wish it was 2. So the error may cost them here. Ball is outside, but smothered up and picked by Adrian Herrera, the catcher.
Nobody.
Foul ball after a nice pitch by Javi. Even up the count, 1-1. Javi steps off to reset, wipe the sweat off his brow. It's definitely hot out here, close to 100 degrees. Here comes the pitch, is out. Follow right for the second out on the pop fly. So now 2 outs, runners on first and second, with a threatening run at second base that can score with an easy base hit here. And the ball goes straight back to Javi, who throws it to first, and that will get him out of the inning, ladies and gentlemen, with no more runs. Once again, X Factor up 1-0, moving into the the bottom of the third. You're listening to the X Factor Elite Network, brought to you by Sideline HD. I'd just like to point out to the ladies and gentlemen that are watching this broadcast, if you've heard some of these commercials that are going through the half innings that we're doing, that is specifically just examples of what you can do as a business owner or just as a fan of the X Factor Elite by buying a 30-second slot that we can play during the half innings of our games. It's not that expensive, and you're supporting the X Factor that is trying to make it to the World Series in July. They are qualified, ready to go, but they need your help to get there. Now, with that being said, we do have a fundraiser that will be happening next weekend in College Station at halftime off of Highway 21, 5809 East State Highway 21, will be a fundraiser and raffle, treats, and music with 101.9 The Beat, and much more. Burger baskets will cost $10, includes a burger, chips, and drink on June 18th, Saturday, from 11 to 3 p.m. We hope that you will come out and join us and support the X Factor by buying a burger. All proceeds will go to funding the X Factor making it to the World Series, their fees and travel and everything else. So please come out. The radio station 101.9 will be out there broadcasting live as well. You get to meet some of the players and show your support. So once again, June 18th, Saturday, from 11 to 3 p.m. Now we'll get started with the game as Sean Murphy is up to the plate and he takes the first strike. 0-1. Nicely sharp hit, but it is straight to the shortstop on the line out. And that'll bring up the first out, or that'll be the first out, and that'll bring up the catcher, Adrian Herrera, who came in the last inning to relieve Sean and put him back out in right field. And he fouls that one back for the first strike. Another sharp hit. This one will reach out into the outfield for the single and put Adrian on board as the catcher, and that will probably bring in, yes sir, it will bring in Sean Murphy as a courtesy runner, who is definitely quick on the bases. So in case you're not aware, catchers and pitchers get an opportunity to have courtesy runners instead of pinch hitters, so that way they can stay cool in these hot days. And they check Murphy at first on the attempted pickoff. He's got a pretty hefty lead over there. And then they're going to check him again, and the ball is past him. And it's going all the way out to the outfield, and he may be making it all the way to third. No, he is going to check up and only take second. But that definitely gives him a chance to advance on the missed ball by the first baseman. So now in scoring position with one out brings Remington Duck, who takes the first ball. 1-0 the count. They check Murphy at second base, who was leaning a little bit, but back safely. And a foul ball to Remington. 1-1 the count. And he puts it between second and first, and that will, oh, wait a minute, maybe not. That will advance Sean over to the third, so now runners on the corners after the C&I single between second and first base for Remington Duck. Now we'll bring up J.B. Acosta, who swings on the first one, and the catcher will give Remington the second base. And now we've got runners in scoring position at second and third. Called strike. 0-2 the count. ball in the ground and past him, but that's not going to be enough to get Sean home. He did pick it up quickly. 1 and 2. JB is ready for the pitch. Ball is outside. Even up the count, 2 and 2. JB has some good power, and he just showed it as it is in the left center, and that may score too, and it does, ladies and gentlemen, on the single by JB Acosta. 2 RBIs for him on that one. So nice hitting by the X Factor here in the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up Andrew Carrillo. And he'll take the first ball high. And the G3 coach calls time so he can talk to his pitcher. And looks like it's just a discussion here. Doesn't look like they're going to be changing them out. Interesting story here. I don't know if you saw it the first part of this game, but they did rock, paper, scissors to find out who was going to be the home team. And the first baseman for G3 came out, and the interesting thing about it is he doesn't have a hand, so he did rock, paper, nub pretty much, and had a good laugh with that. But plays a good first base for sure. So we got a foul ball, even up to count 1 and 1 to Carrillo. And a called strike, 1 and 2 the count as he watched it go by. Ball foul back, comes off the net. We'll leave the count 1 and 2. So we got 1 out, JB at first base for the X Factor after his 2-run single to bring X Factor up 3-0. And a called strike on the corner. We'll bring up Buck Burrell with 2 outs. Bug has power. And they nearly hit him on the first strike, or first ball, excuse me. And he was going to let it happen. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was the most hit by pitch last year for the X Factor. And another one thrown behind him knocks the microphone off. And I don't know if that was a purpose pitch or not, but wow, that was really far back there. Ball high, 3-0. So I would expect Bug to keep that bat on his shoulder here, because he is definitely speed on the bases to bring the top of the lineup up. Called strike. No attempt even to try to swing. 3-1 the count. Swing and a miss will fill up the count 3-2. So I would assume the runners will be advancing here with 2 outs. Or I'm sorry, JB is actually at second now. And the ball gets past the catcher, and that will advance the runners to the corners. And also Bug will advance to second on that. And that'll bring up the top of the lineup, Parker Jones, who's now talking to Coach Doyle, who's getting last instructions about what he wants him to do here. As now he's got runners at second and third. So quick and easy base hit will score 2 for sure. And the catcher goes out to talk strategy with Logan, who's now got 41 pitches so far for G3, which G3 stands for Give God Glory. Swing and a miss to Parker on the first pitch. 0-1 to count. Ball nearly hits Parker, but he lunges away from it. 1-1 to count. Foul ball, 1-2. 3-0, 3-0 X Factor here in the bottom of the second with runners on second and third, 2 outs. And a ball on the outside, we even up the count 2-2. He fouls that one off to give another chance. And a swing and a miss will retire the side. But 2 runs came across to bring the X Factor up 3-0. You're listening to the X Factor Elite Network, brought to you by Sideline HD. So we're back here in the top of the third, and that will bring up the top of the lineup for G3 with the first baseman, Mr. Nunez, coming up. Ryson Nunez, number 12. And definitely has some bat speed with one hand. And a foul ball back. And that's a pop fly out to third base. Remington Duck, who catches it for the first out. And that'll bring up number 22, Logan, who I believe struck out in the first inning. And a ball that looks like it may have some sweat on it. It was way high for ball one. Ball inside, 2-0. Looks like Javi is having trouble getting grip on the ball now. It's awfully hot out there. And that is a chopper to shortstop, who Aiden unfortunately does not glove it well. And that will get the runner to first. And the ball is a small line drive out in the left field to advance the runners to second and first now. As the runner was advancing, Aiden was trying to cover the plate and left an open area for that ball to get out. And that'll bring up number 11, Cody, who takes the first ball outside. So now runners on first and second for G3. So the tying run is at the plate. He swings and a miss, and the runner at second steals after Adrian doesn't grab it to throw him out. Now runners on the corners. And a little swinging gate play does not work successfully. So now we've got runners in scoring position at second and third. Swing and a miss. Even up the count, 2-2. Ball outside, make the count full here. Hoping to see a ball in play for an out or a strikeout here instead of loading the bases. And a swing and a miss will strike him out for the second out. So G3 is threatening here with Wyatt, number 10, coming up to the plate. But now we've got 2 outs, and this opens up the door for Avi to be a little bit more aggressive here. And he has a nice pitch for called strike to Wyatt Folks. And a chopper to the left, foul ball, will make the count 0-2. And I tell you what, that opens up a lot of opportunities for pitchers' pitches here on an 0-2 count. And a bender coming in, but did not turn. Will be the first ball to Wyatt. And what we thought was the called third strike was a little low, apparently, even up the count 2-2. Chopper, keep the count 2-2 on the foul tip. And a ball outside will now fill the count up 3-2 again. So let's look for some additional magic here instead of filling up the bases. And ball outside. So the bases will now be full for number 99, Rhett, who is 0 for 1 in this ball game. And that ball is hit into right center, and that will bring in 2 runs. And runners now on the corners. On the single. Ball is up in the air, and it is a single, and that will score the tying run from third by number 24. So a little 2-out rally here ties the ball game, 3-3 for G3. And that'll bring up number 27, Trevor, who had a pretty hefty hit in the first inning. Ball's outside. 1-0 the count. And the ball is now out in left field, and that will advance a runner who's going to be coming home now. And it gets past Landon, unfortunately. And that will be a stand-up double with 2-run scores. And that will put G3 up 5-3 here. Ball comes back to Javi, and that will be the 3rd out, but not after damage was done in that inning. Unfortunately, 5 runs come across for G3 to now make the score 5-3. You're listening to the X Factor Elite Network on Sideline HD. So we're back here in the bottom of the third inning. And Aiden Gray will come up to the plate. But before we do that, I just want to remind you that the X Factor will be having a fundraiser next Saturday, June 18th, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at halftime at Highway 21, 5809 East State Highway 21 in College Station, where burger baskets will be sold for $10, and that will include a burger, chips, and a drink. There'll also be raffles and treats also available for sale. And music will be played by 101.9 The Beat, who will be on site to broadcast. So come out and support the X Factor as they try to make it to the 12U World Series in Corpus Christi. All proceeds will go to that trip. So Aiden takes the first ball outside, 1-0. Aiden is a switch hitter, and he is now batting from the left side. Has a swing and a miss to even up the count, 1-1. He had a big swing on that one for sure. And even though he's a switch hitter, he's got power from both sides. And he will watch that one outside, 2-1. Ball in the dirt. And I'll make the count 3-1, which now becomes a hitter's count. And we all know Aiden, he is not afraid to swing. And swing and a miss will fill up the count, 3-2. And ball low will get him to first base, and he is fast, but he will not advance to second after the ball gets past the catcher. But I don't expect him to be on first base long, as Landon Hawkinson comes up to the plate. And Landon bunts it foul after a really good jump from Aiden. And I hate to take the bat out of a pretty good hitter right now with that bunt, but ball high, and Aiden will get there standing up at second on the steal. So 1-1 to count. No outs here in the bottom of the third. Now Aiden's in scoring position with a good hitter at the plate. And he puts a chopper to second base, and that will advance Aiden to third, but Landon will be thrown out for the first out. (5-3) G3 here in the bottom of the third. One out. Aiden's at only 70 feet away from scoring. Miles Simpson comes up to the plate, who has plenty of power. And he hits a hard grounder to third base, and it gets past the third baseman, and that will score Aiden and only give him a single, but again, productive hit there on the hard ground ball. And that'll bring up Javi Mares, the pitcher. And the coach will come in and talk to his pitcher again for G3. And I'm not sure what's going on here. But they're going to keep him in. So Logan has 57 pitches so far. But coming into the second time of this lineup, it looks like the X Factors have figured him out. And he's got some base hits so far. So hopefully Javi can keep it going here. Here's the first pitch, and it is a hard grounder and foul ball down the third base line, and just barely foul. So with one out, Miles on first, who steals now, and didn't seem to have the speed that we normally see, but he's coming off a broken leg or broken foot, but he does get there safely.
Make a play, defense. Watch your team.
Ball outside, 2-1.
Need one, Logan. Let's go, baby.
Nicely hit ball by Javi will get to the fence, and that will score Miles, and Javi will stand up at second on the double. And that will tie the ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Good job, Logan.
And that will bring up Sean Murphy, but before that, the pitcher change will happen for G3 now. So we will pause here for station identification. You're listening to the X Factor Elite Network, brought to you by Sideline HD. All right, so we're back here in the bottom of the third, and after a tie ball game, double by Javi Mares, who's now actually has a courtesy runner for him in Landon Hawkinson, as Sean Murphy comes up the plate with one out and a runner in scoring position at second. Ball high. 1-0. New pitcher for G3 is number 10, Wyatt. And a little small blooper over to first will advance Landon over to third, but Sean will be thrown out at first. Looks like he kind of jammed him a little bit there. But now Landon's only 70 foot away from taking the lead. Brings up Adrian Herrera, who pops it up into the outfield. And it is caught by the shortstop in shallow left to retire the side. So 2 runs tie the ball game for the X Factor. 5-5, moving into the top of the 4th. You're listening to the X Factor Elite Network, brought to you by Sideline HD. So we're back here in the top of the 4th, an exciting ball game, tied 5-5 between G3 and your X Factor. And coming up to the plate for G3 is number 17, Kaysen, who is 0 for 1 with a grounder back to Javi, the pitcher, in his last at bat. And we will be underway shortly after the throwdown. It's definitely hot out there. Checking the weather now. "99 degrees," it says. And I know it feels a lot hotter than that. And that's a ground ball to second base on the first pitch, and that batter's out. So soft grounders is what we want from Javi right now, and he's doing a great job of it. For the first out. And that'll bring up number 12, Ryson, for the top of the lineup, the first baseman. And he will take the first pitch high, ball 1. Foul ball, right back to me, leaving the count 1-1. Ball low, 2-1 now to Ryson. And a pop fly as Aiden gets to it for the out in shallow left field, right behind the third baseman, Remington Duck. So 2 outs now. Here in the top of the 4th to bring up number 22 Logan, who's 0 for 1 as well. And he will pop that one up as well, pretty much in the same location, and that will retire the side, ladies and gentlemen, for the X Factor. Quick 3 up, 3 down will give them a chance to take the lead here in the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to the X Factor Elite Network, brought to you by Sideline HD.
It takes about a week for contacts to be delivered, but it only takes a few minutes to get LASIK. At LASIK Plus, the procedure takes minutes, and most patients are back to normal activities the very next day. So now what are you waiting for? LASIK Plus is offering 20% off LASIK in May. That can be over $900 off when treating both eyes, plus financing. So visit lpoffer.com today. Must mention this promotion and be treated in May of 2022 to qualify. 20% off standard price of procedure. Cannot be combined with any other offers. Go to lpoffer.com for details.
We know you can't get enough of your favorite flavors. Luckily, Kroger Free Pickup makes it easy to grab what you need without any surprise fees. Whether it's extra buns for the barbecue or those chips you just can't quit, start your cart with the Kroger app. Kroger, fresh for everyone. $35 order minimum. Restrictions may apply. Subject to availability.
Get more ways to save at the Buy 5 or More Save $1 each sale. Just buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
So we're back here in the bottom of the 4th, and if you hear those commercials, that could be you. If you own a business or you just would like to give a message to one of your favorite players or the X Factor, you can buy 30-second spots, which all proceeds will go to help raise funds for the X Factor Elite's trip to the World Series in July. So contact us at xfactorelite.com, either through our Facebook page or Instagram, and we would love to help you get your business out or your message out to the X Factor. So coming up to the plate now is Remington Duck, as Wyatt is still pitching for the G3. And here comes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Here's the second pitch, it's foul ball. We'll even the count, 1-1. Remington takes the pitch high, 2-1. Remington's had a little struggle at the plate recently, but he did get a couple of base hits recently to kind of get his confidence back up. Swing and a miss there will even the count, 2-2. But a good swing. Love to see him get a hit here to continue to bring that confidence up. And little chopper that goes off the second baseman's knee. And that will let Remington reach safely to first base on the error. So that'll bring up J.B. Acosta with Remy, who is quick on the bases as well at first base. And a balk was called after it looks like maybe the shoulder moved on Wyatt. So that'll put Remington Duck in scoring position now for J.B. Acosta. Swing and a miss. 0-1. JB can definitely hit the ball hard. Ball's high there. 2-1, or 1-1 to count, excuse me. So again, the score is tied 5-5 here in the bottom of the fourth. But the X Factor are threatening to take the lead here. And a pickoff attempt to Remington at second base. But to no avail. So 1-1 to JB. He sees another ball high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Baseball is hot here in Texas. It's nearly 100 degrees, or right at 99 is what it said, but I think it's hotter. And that is a pop fly out to shallow center, and the center fielder will catch that for the first out. So not what the X Factor wanted there. Advancing Remington over to third would have been better on a grounder, but just didn't work out the way they wanted to. And the ball gets past the second baseman on the pickoff, and we will advance Remington over to third now. On the error. So now 70 feet away from taking the lead here with Andrew Carrillo at the plate. First pitch is swing and a miss. 0-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. He takes that ball. 1-1 the count. Andrews 0-1 with a strikeout looking in his previous attempt. I want to see him a lot more aggressive here. Ball outside. He's seen the pitches outside for sure and not swinging at those, but I'd like to see him be a little bit more aggressive at the plate on anything close. And that ball's high. 3-1 the count. So this is definitely a hitter's count for Taco, as we all call him. Andrew Carrillo is what he was born with, but Taco is what we've named him. You ask anybody why? It's because he loves tacos. Foul ball. Aggressive swing there. Will now fill up the count, 3-2. Remington still waiting there at third base for an opportunity to cross the plate and give the X Factor the lead with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. And a called strike looking again for Taco. Right down the middle. And that'll bring up Buck Burrell now with 2 outs. So the threat is not near as bad for the G3. Ball high, gets past, and that will bring in Remington, and they will score to take the lead there on the wild pitch. So now bases are clear for Buck Burrell, who's got a 1-0 count. And he takes that pitch right down the middle for a called strike. And a nicely hit ball out into left center, and it is going to get past the center fielder for the ground rule double. Nice hit, Bud. So So now he's in scoring position for the top of the lineup, Parker Jones, who's 0 for 2 in this ball game. After having a ground out in the first inning and a strikeout swinging. So a nice line drive to score right here would be great. He chops that one for foul. 0-1. So definitely a long inning here, seems like. A long couple of innings, actually. Ball high, 1-1 to count. And Parker calls time after the pitcher took a little bit too much time to deliver the pitch. Ball inside, 2-1. Ball high, 3-1. So now a chance to get another fast runner on base. Parker can steal for sure. And Bug is super fast. A line drive straight to the shortstop that Bug had to duck so he wouldn't get hit for the third out. But a productive inning allows a run to come across to give the X Factor the lead 6-5 moving into the top of the fifth. You're listening to the X Factor Elite Network, brought to you by Sideline HD.
You order food for work, you understand. It's different. There's just so much more at stake. Whether it's lunch for a sales meeting, a company all hands, or daily employee meals, it needs to be there when it needs to be there. That's why there's ezCater. Food that's on time and is ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. And if there's a problem, rare.
Thanks for calling ezCater.
You can reach someone in seconds. Some food just doesn't work at work, but ezCater just does. Order 24/7 at ezcater.com.
You can unlock more cash than you realize from your home's equity with a cash-out refinance today. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. And with Rocket Mortgage, you can unlock thousands in less than 3 weeks. But you've got to act right now before rates go up. So when you're looking to unlock the cash in your home, Rocket can. Call 833-8ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started.
Rates current as of 12/12/21. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030. Call 800-490-1233 for disclosures and cost information.
So you're listening to the X Factor Elite Network, and just like that, we saw 2 commercials that your business could be heard just like that. If you reach out to us at xfactorelite.com, either through our Facebook messaging or our Instagram messaging, to get to those, go to xfactorelite.com. If you are just a supporter and you would like to provide a supportive message to be played during the half innings, we would love for you to do that, because again, all the proceeds will go to the X Factor Elite as they make it to the World Series in Corpus Christi in July. So it's going for a good cause for sure. And you get a chance to either promote your business or promote your private message to the X Factor. And here comes Javi, who has a ground ball to shortstop Aiden Gray, who throws him out for the first out. And the G3 parents are not happy about that thrown out. It was bang bang, but Aiden definitely got him out. Complaining about how dark the umpire's glasses are, even though he's not wearing any. Ball 1 to number 11, Cody. It then calls timeout, resets. My apologies, I didn't realize that the camera moved. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count.
Get up to the white line, Cody.
Ball high, 2-1.
Put your toes on the line.
Ball outside, 3-1. Hitters count now. But I've seen Javi get out of this one several times already. Here it is, and that will put the batter at first on the walk to bring up the pitcher, number 10, Wyatt, to the plate, who's 0 for 1 today after a grounder to short. So Mason is at first base, and he's pretty fast. But a nice pickoff move nearly gets him. And we have a little pause in the play as the bucket is on the field that the coaches normally sit on, that the umpire wanted to get off. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Javi there. And another attempt at first base on the pickoff, but the runner gets back safely. And a foul ball as the runner was going will put him back at first base. So 0-2 the count to Wyatt.
Come on, Wyatt. Drive the ball, baby.
And Javi asked for another ball now, as he didn't like the one that the umpire threw him first time. And he checks the pickoff, and again safe, but getting closer to getting him out. I tell you what, he's looking. And I really think, ball low. I really think Adrian is chomping at the bit to throw him out at second. Javi's definitely sweating a lot now as he's trying to wipe his arms off. And that ball is hit hard in a home run out in the left field to give G3 the lead, 7-6. And now there's a small discussion there. And actually, they're calling off the home run and calling it a ground rule double. So a ground rule double would put runners at second and third because the ball didn't go all the way over. It went through the fence is what the umpire is saying. So, wow. Big deal there. That saves the X Factor from going down now with one out. Runners on second and third now. Number 99, Rhett, is at the pitch, and he takes the first pitch for ball one. So interesting. And that ball is way thrown out, and that will tie the ball game now. On the wild pitch. And advance the runner to the third. And that was right in your living room if you couldn't tell. So swing and a miss on that one, though, will make the count 2-1 to Rhett, who then has a little ground ball and an out at first, but the run will score. So they do get the runs. But now 2 outs. And G3 now takes the lead 7-6. And another one in your living room, wild pitch for ball 1. Ball low, 2-0. Javi's got 77 pitches now, so he's pretty much reaching his limit. And he looks pretty tired out there, for sure. On the ball 3, 3-0 count. To a threat on the base pass, number 24, Joaquin. And he's now on with the ball 4. And Trevor T, who's 2 for 2 today, and that will bring Coach Doyle in and do a pitcher change. So 79 pitches for Javi with pitches 4.2 innings here. And Parker Jones will now come in to relieve him and stop the scores. You're listening to the X Factor Elite Network, brought to you by Sideline HD.
Waiting for your favorite limited time flavor to come back? That deserves a Dr. Pepper Dark Berry. Yep, the legendary Dark Berry has returned, along with the new Dark Berry Zero Sugar to celebrate Jurassic World Dominion. Rated PG-13 in theaters June 10th. Generations before us have indulged in this delicious dark twist on our classic 23 flavors, and now it's your turn. Here for a one-of-a-kind time, but not a long time, you can hunt down the Dark Berry and Dark Berry Zero Sugar you deserve at your local Fiesta today.
Heard my little sis is buying a car. You'll need my secret guide.
Gross, no way. I already used Capital One Auto Navigator.
I bet your credit score
Wasn't impacted at all, so ha. I got my real rate and monthly payment, had an amazing test drive at the dealership, and made the purchase.
taking the easy way out. That's so you.
Still not getting it. That's so you. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/AutoNavigator.
So we're back here in the top of the fifth as Parker Jones is now taking the rubber to stop the momentum of the G3 after they've taken the lead 7-6. Now with a runner at first and a threat on the base pass. With number 27, Trevor, coming up to plate, who's 2 for 2 today. And he has hit both of his out in the left field. Hit hard, but that's going to go to second, and that will get him out of the inning, ladies and gentlemen. So finally, we can get back, get some rest, and cool off. Now hopefully get some runs on the base pass for the X Factor in the bottom of the fifth. You're listening to the X Factor Elite Network, brought to you by Sideline HD.
Get your summer style ready during the annual Venus Memorial Day sale. Right now, shop the hottest styles of the season and save an additional 20% on all sundresses. Visit Venus.com and use the promo code SUNDRESS to save at Venus.com.
The excitement is building in the city of soccer. Tickets are now on sale for all Houston Dynamo FC home matches at PNC Stadium. Don't miss the Dynamo's newest superstar, Sebastian Ferreira, as he leads the new-look Dynamo in some of the biggest matches of the year. It all gets underway February 27th with opening day presented by PNC Bank. For tickets, full schedule, or to learn how you can save by becoming a Dynamo FC member, visit HoustonDynamoFC.com/tickets.
So we're back here, moving into the bottom of the 5th inning. And just a reminder, the X Factor is having a fundraising event next Saturday, June 18th, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at halftime at Highway 21, 5809 East State Highway 21 in College Station. Well, they'll be selling burger baskets, which will include a burger, chips, and a drink. There will also be other raffles available for many things. I heard there's a basketball goal that's going to be raffled off, and then several other treats. I know that we have contributed some Brenham's pralines to that bake sale. Music from 101.9 The Beat will also be there, broadcasting live. And many, many more other events will happen that day. All the proceeds will go towards the X Factor Baseball 12U World Series that they'll be playing in Corpus Christi to get them there and ready to play. We are very excited that they'll be playing this World Series event this year. It is an interesting event where Wednesday is a skills test where they do some running and round the horn and home run derby. And then it will be a bunch of baseball in the hot sun of Corpus Christi on Thursday, 2 games, Friday, 2 games, and then they'll start playing bracket elimination play on Saturday and Sunday. So lots of baseball for you guys to watch, but in order for them to get there, we need your help. So please come out to the fundraiser on June 18th, Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at halftime at Highway 121, or excuse me, Highway 21. So now we are moving into the bottom of the 5th. And Aiden Gray stepping up to the plate, who is 0 for 1. This time he's on the right-hand side after he batted switch first inning. And we've got a new pitcher for G3, Mason, who was the shortstop before. And he throws a wild pitch for ball 1, but definitely has velocity. Called strike. I would say he's pitching well in the 60s, which doesn't scare the X Factor one bit, as they're used to seeing pitches that good. But they're more than likely bringing him as the closer to avoid any more runs coming across the plate for the X Factor. And a swing and a miss to Aiden. Even the count 2-2. So Mason is wearing the extremely short baseball pants where you can see his knees in high socks. And pitches that ball low, fill up the count 3-2. Just kind of let you know I'm not a fan of that style. If you haven't already figured out. Here comes the pitch. And a hard chopper to shortstop, which will get Aiden out at first base for the first out. And that will bring up Landon Hawkinson to the plate, who's 1 for 2 today in the game.
Let's go, defense. Here, look, Cody, get him in the middle. Here we go.
And he has a nice chopper and a foul to the left field, or excuse me, third base line. Oh, and 1. And a called strike on the outside. 0-2 the count to Landon Hawkinson. X Factor need this win to get a better placement in the elimination bracket for tomorrow after losing in a walk-off in the first game. That's fouled off to keep the count 0-2.
Trevor, be ready, buddy, because if he catches up, it's coming to you. Let's go, defense.
Here's the pitch, ball high. 1-2. Parents keep calling this guy Cody, even though he's listed as Mason on the lineup. Another ball high, 2-2, evens the count. Oh, I guess Cody is the catcher. Maybe, I don't know. So Mason is pitching for G3. And another foul ball, but this may be playable. And just out of the reach of the left fielder to keep the count 2-2.
Good job, defense. Let's go.
So the outfield has shifted a little bit to the left because of the velocity of the pitcher here. Foul ball, once again, big battle here. So taking pitchers for sure. Landon's a good hitter. He's not gonna watch him go by. Ball outside, filled the count up 3-2. So good at bat here for Landon Hawkinson.
Get ready, King.
And a swing and a miss. But a great at bat by Landon Hawkinson. Even though he struck out there, he definitely put a lot of pitches on Mason. And that'll bring up Miles Simpson and apparently the G3 coach to talk to the pitcher. Maybe he's telling him that his pants are too short. He didn't pull him down, so I guess he doesn't care. So Miles Simpson is 2 for 2 today after having a nice double in the first inning and a hard ground single in the second at bat. So he's definitely a threat at the plate, and he will take the ball inside.
Let's go, Mason. That's all right. All right, Mason, let's go.
Mason gets a sign, but a call time by Miles as he's taking too long to get it. Gets the sign now. He's happy with it. Here's the pitch, and nearly hits Miles. Ball 2, who ducks underneath it. So definitely a threat on deck as Javi had the double in the last at bat. Called strike on the outside corner, 2-1 to Miles Simpson. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. G3 is up 7-6 in this ball game. And a little stumbler, and the first baseman cannot field it, unfortunately, and that will put Miles on first base after the error. So now we got the tying run at first base with Javi Mares coming up to the plate, who's 1 for 2 today.
Stay ready, King. There you go, man.
And a called strike high in the zone to Javi Mares. And the ball gets past the catcher on that, which will advance Miles over to second base now on the pass ball. So now Miles is in scoring position here with a 1-1 count to Javi Mares. Pitcher steps off, tries to give a little threat to Miles, and he just stood and looked at him like, go ahead. And a called strike on the outside again to Javi Mares, 1-2. Ball high, 2-2, even the count.
Let's go, King.
And another called strike on the outside corner, which was highly contested, to be honest with you, but that is his zone. That's the umpire's zone, and that will end the ball game. Unfortunately, X Factor again lose 7-6 against the G3. But hard fought ball game between these guys all the way through, as the G3 has 7 hits, but 4 errors, 7 runs. The X Factor, 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. And that will put the X Factor 0-2 for the day, which probably means early morning baseball games tomorrow morning. So we will do our best to let you know when we will play in the morning. But until then, it is time to sign off. My name is Matthew Murphy, and I've been your play-by-play today. Hopefully I can be joined by my partner in crime, Cynthia Herrera, tomorrow, if she's here, as we continue to give you these broadcasts. Once again, we hope that you continue to support the X Factor through fundraisers or buying 30-second spots during our broadcast of the X Factor games. For more information, go to xfactorelite.com And that will get you to the links to the Facebook Messenger and the Instagram Messenger, where we can help you get that message out or promote your business to benefit the X Factor getting to the World Series. That's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. You're listening to the X Factor Elite Network, brought to you by Sideline HD.